Good morning, welcome to the Mahwah Public Library. My name is Joan, I'm your yoga instructor. Today is April Fool's Day, but there's no joke, we're doing yoga, okay? So, I want you to think about, number one, how you're sitting and how you're feeling and what you need to move and what would be great if you could shift and just take a breath in and settle your shoulders down and give yourself permission to be fully present in the practice. And before we start, I want you to think about when was the last time you laughed? So if it was 5 minutes ago, great. If it was an hour ago, great. If it was last night, If it was a week or more ago, you gotta bring laughter into your life because laughter changes the energy. So take a breath, and I want you to think about something funny and allow yourself to smile so that the smiling relaxes the facial planes. And when you think about the smile, feel the movement and the shift around your eyes. Relax into the back of the throat. And smile. You're very serious. And soften the facial muscles. And now as you do that, tuck your chin down and release whatever you're holding in the crown of your head. And give yourself permission to let go of anything you brought into the class. And then see if your chin can come down a little lower. And then begin to move your head gently from side to side and release any tension and tightness or discomfort that you're holding in the neck. And then come to neutral and lift up and just gently lift and open the throat. And O and E will stretch right through this lower part. So we'll start with an O, E, and just stretch it out. And feel that movement through your face. You can add the sound if you choose. And then bring your head to neutral, roll your head to the right. When you roll your head to the right, feel this left shoulder and invite it to come down. Release the fingers and then tuck the chin down toward the right side as you open up through the left. And then bring it back to neutral and roll to the other side and notice how it feels. Notice any spot that feels tight, bring that right arm down and tuck the chin. Feel the whole right side of the neck. Notice if there's any spots that are still tender somewhere else. Relax the jaw. Swallow gently. And then lift your head and come to neutral, roll to the right. Go only as far as is comfortable, don't push it, because we're still warming up. Exhale to center and then roll to the left. So I can feel when I get to a certain point, it's tight right at the top of my trap. So I have to ask myself when I come back to center, what am I holding there? So if you're sitting cross-legged, just let your legs be long. And as you're sitting in across an extended leg position, flex your feet and feel how you're sitting. So come off your block if you're on a block and let your sitting bones sink down. So if your sitting bones feel like they're a little high or low on one side, that's going to affect your shoulders and your posture. So we're just going to take the hands and bring them out to the side and just rock a little bit. And just ask yourself to move into a place of balance. And as you rock it in and out, notice what happens, how you feel, what kind of reaction you may or may not get. And then settle it and see if that feels more level. So I can feel my left side. Now when I measure my legs, I can see that my legs are not the same distance. So check that. Now I'm gonna just take my hands, put it behind. Now I don't have my mat underneath. So I'm just gonna bring my heel right up in line with the knee. Head is neutral. I'm gonna slide the heel and just glide it down the mat. Now the mat may be a little sticky, so just stretch it nice and long and then measure and see, so that leg may be longer. And then the opposite side, sitting up nice and tall, and push gently. Relax the jaw. And just feel like you're inviting that hip socket to open up. So now they're the same. Now as you rock here, just a little rocking, feel how that has shifted perhaps through your sitting bones. Slide the legs together, sit up nice and tall, hold below the knees, and now just rock it out a little bit. So as you breathe in and you breathe out, I want you to be aware of the things that you think about. What are the things that help you to maintain homeostasis, balance? What are the things that throw you off balance? What are the things that take up space negatively? What are the things that bring you joy? And then pause and see how that feels. Rest your legs and measure again. And now, with your fingertips, right from the knees, right up to the hips, just massage those points right by the IT bands and see if you have any spots that are really tender. And when you come to a spot that's really tender, give it a little massage. Circles, back and forth. There are a lot of acupressure points here, some of which connect to digestion. And you just want to massage this out. And then just use the base of your hands and massage without pressure on the knees, tops of the thighs, and move the fascia. Breathe. And then open up the legs and do the inside, right by the pant line, the seam. Good, and then little combing right back of the thigh, right at the hamstrings, and invite them to soften. So I've said this before, there are many studies out there that have a direct correlation to strength and flexibility in your legs that promotes longevity, especially top quads. So just massage it out. We want to keep circulation moving. We want to encourage the muscles to be relaxed but strong. Come to the lower leg. Come right up and down the sides of the leg. See how that feels. Notice any spots that are tender. Remember, the calf takes a lot of blood for circulation movement. So if you tend to be tight, you want to be aware of it. Now, I'm going to lift my leg, but you don't have to do this. When you lift your leg right down the center back of the calf, you're going to take your two fingers and the thumbs are going to come up and down the side and move those calf muscles and help with circulation. And then just gently on the shin, back and forth. Now when you come to the knee, little circle around the full circumference of the knee, pay attention to the back of the knee. Little massage with your fingertips, back of the knee, move out some lymphatic fluids here. And then just around the knee, just using your thumbs gently, not a lot of pressure, just encouraging the knee to relax and stretch, and then stretch it. Now when you do this, so I just did my right leg is longer again. So see if you get that. If you don't, it's okay. Opposite side. So bottom of the lower leg, left side is where I am. You may be on the other side, doesn't matter. And you massage it out. Two sets of fingers come up the back of the calf, thumbs come up the side, and you massage it here. Notice any spots that are really tender. So this side's a little more tender for me. I pay attention. You have to ask yourself, did I drink enough water? Do I have issues with leg cramps? What did I eat? What medications do I take? All of this. Do I have neuropathy? If you have plantar fasciitis, this could be very tender. Good, massage the whole leg. Lower leg, top of the shin, whole knee. Do the front, back, sides, back of the knee, move it around. Massage with your thumbs around the knee gently. And then just let your leg, and hopefully now it's the same length again. Now when you come to the ankles, you want to be mindful inside, right behind the ankle. So you're going to use your thumb and your index finger, and you're just going to massage it, soften it so it's not tight. Move fluids that get stuck in there. Notice any spots that are tender. And then just use your fingers, go around. You can do both sides of the ankle. Good. Massage the top of the foot, the dorsal. Now, when you come to the bottom of the foot, right in the center, right at the arch, is digestion. So you take your knuckles and you can go back and forth and up and down. If you can bring your leg in and roll the foot, great. Notice if it's really tender in here. If you have plantar fasciitis, it could be very tender. Neuropathy, poor circulation, arthritis. You go side to side if you want. You can take your thumb and go from one side to the other. Massage it out. Massage the heel. That's going to connect to the pelvic girdle. And then run across the base of the toes. This is your lungs. And right in the center of the foot, this is your solar plexus. So you want to massage this out. Now, each of the toes connects to sinuses, and then the toes themselves connect to head, neck, and throat. So I slide my fingers in between the toes, and I just kind of move them around. See how that feels. And then let that go, and measure again. So again, I have a little different length, and then I go to the other side. And just go back and forth and side to side, because when you stand up, I want you to pay attention to how it feels different. Massage the heel, roll it around. If you do this at home, you have a little cream, it's even better. Front of the foot if you need to do that again. Right across the back of the toes. If you find a spot that's particularly tender, you massage it more. Stick your fingers in between. You can buy, and just rock it back and forth. You can buy those toe spacers, but your fingers work just as well. And just massage the toes. Let that leg stretch and see where you are. Now bring your feet up and work into the hip flexors. So wide. This isn't going to give you space. This is too small. So when you widen it, feel what happens as you rock into the legs. Feel that movement through the thighs. Breathe. Good. We're going to move right into deer pose. So it doesn't matter which side you choose. We're going to start. So my right foot is to the side. My foot can be to the side or can come to the back. It's whatever's most comfortable for you. You take a breath. You sit up tall. You level out between your shoulders and the hips. If you tend to have too much space, you can always take a little towel or a pillow so you have space to settle the hip. And you breathe. Now, when you're comfortable, if you're comfortable, you roll toward. So I'm going to roll toward my bent knee, and I'm just going to come forward. Keep my spine nice and straight. My head is an extension of the spine, so I'm not letting it release on its own. I'm keeping it right in line. Now, if I'm comfortable and I am really flexible, I can come down a little more. And up and down if I choose. And if I'm really in need of a deeper stretch, I can turn toward the side. Hip needs to stay down, and I can rock it here. Now this side's a little tight for me today. So I just invite, now when you come down, pay attention to the space underneath the left shoulder blade if you're left. And breathe. Again, if you're really flexible, you can bring it lower. If you want to go lower, but you don't have that flexibility, you can always take a block and rest your arms on one or two. And then you bring it back up, and you extend your legs and give them a break, and measure your legs again, and then switch to the other side. And notice how this side feels. Remember, one side may not be the same as the other, and you always take into account any hip, knee replacement surgery or any issues that you have. Maybe this isn't for you, or you do less. And then you come forward, and maybe you see how that feels, and then you move toward the bent knee and you bring it down, and you breathe. You can rock it a little bit, or you can hold it if that's much more comfortable. You take a breath, and you invite flexibility into your body. And then you roll, if you choose, to the side. Remember, you can use your prop. You can stack your blocks. If you're home, you can use pillows or folded towels. You can bring it as low as you want it to go. If you're really flexible, you can bring your head down. You could put a block underneath your head if you choose. And then you slowly bring it up. See how you feel. Release your legs, measure, and rock it out. Good. I'm going to roll to one side and bring my knees into a position where I can go into table. If you have your block, keep it handy. So your knees are in line with your hips, your knees in line with the heel, shoulders are in line with the wrists, heads up. You tuck the belly up and you flatten the back. Take a breath, tuck your toes. Now stretch through the feet and get some stretching here through the toes. And stretch out that fascia again. Breathe. If you're comfortable and you're good and you can stay on your knees, you can sit back and rock it out. Good, come to neutral, lift your feet, pedal your feet, roll them around. Flatten the feet if you're comfortable, and then sit back and forth. And you only go as far as is comfortable for you. Nice job. And then when you're ready, if it's comfortable and you can sit, and then you rock it out. Good. And then you come back up and lift the feet and wiggle them out. Wiggle the toes. Move your head. Make sure your neck's not tight. Just from side to side, gently. Now I'm going to tuck my toes. I'm going to go right into my dog and cat. So I inhale and lift and bring the breath. Exhale, flatten the feet and curl up into the spine. And in and out with the breath. Make it as big or as small as you need it to be. And you breathe and soften the jaw. Relax through the center of the face. And you breathe across the forehead. Relax around the eyes. Soften through the ears. Release through the jaw. Move across the shoulders. And then pause, tuck your toes. And again, just rock a little bit and see if it feels a little different. Now I'm going to come to neutral. I'm going to widen my knees as wide as the mat. I'm going to bring my block. I'm going to release my feet, and if I can, touch my toes, sink back, and come right down into a supported child's pose. Now my arms are in a Sphinx pose, and I just use this as a way to lift up a little higher, and I release the shoulders back and down and away from my ears. And I soften the jaw, and I allow the body to reset. And see if you can sink a little lower. When you're comfortable, then you extend your arms, and you can teepee them and maybe sink a little more and relax into this. And then release your arms and just rest. Feel across the tops of the shoulders. Release through the jaw. If you're comfortable, you can roll your head on your block and soften through the sinuses. Inflammation can be helped here. Maybe releasing through the neck. Soften through the jaw. Good. And then slide your hand back to frame the face. Now when I come back up, I want to be mindful of where my arms and my shoulders are, and where my hips are. I want to slide them back. I'm going to tuck my chin, and I'm going to roll up like a wave. And then I exhale, and if I have to move my block out of the way, I make it a gentle lifting and releasing. Opening gently through the throat. Tucking in the chin on the lift. I gently release and bring it back down. Feel that sensation of connection here. Now when I do one more, if I feel like I am stretched myself out, I can come down all the way to the mat. If it's not comfortable for you to go that low, then you use your block. Beautiful. Now you may also find as you do this, you get some drainage through your head, back of the throat. Just pay attention. It does affect other parts of the body. And soften the arms. And take a breath. And slide your hands back to frame the face and lift up. This time we're going to bring the block back. But when we bring our head back to the block, we're going to release the arms behind. So the shoulders will get a little curve. And you just let that go. Fingers are soft. I mean, just release here. Feel like you're a bud or a seed. So we're in the season of spring. So as we ground ourselves down and we connect the head, the heart, the belly, the hands, the feet, lengthen the spine, what do you want to bloom and grow into? What seed would you like to plant? See if you can move your shoulders back and soften more. And sink. And then slide your hands back, and we're going to lift up gently. I want to transition here. So I'm going to bring my hands to the front, adjust my legs till they're parallel, come back into my table, roll my head to make sure my neck is not tight. I want to gently release that right foot forward because I want to be able to stand up. Tuck the back toes. I'm going to step into my forward fold and let it all hang. If I'm comfortable, if I don't have head, heart, eye issues, I can release my head. But if I do, my head is up and I'm extending it straight out. And then I gently roll up through the spine and head comes up last. Now we've been down a while, so give yourself a minute here. Take a breath. Now feel your feet. You all look taller. So as you breathe right here and you feel your feet, look, remember your hip distance anatomically are your two fists. You want the toes to be in line. You want to feel right through the center of the leg, right up into the hips. I want to roll the shoulders back and down, and I want to ground myself and breathe. Good, soften the legs. Head is level, so tuck your chins nice and level. Look forward, gaze is soft. Your drishti is that point that you're looking at without an effort. Now we're gonna move, so I'm gonna turn the palms, inhale, lift, and release. We find the rhythm of the breath and move it to the rhythm of the arms. I can keep it just like this. This is enough. I want to really focus on a point that's not moving. If I choose, I can lift up and down and move into the feet. Breathe. If this doesn't work for you, you don't do it. And as you move up and down, bring the breath with you. Soften things that are tight. Bring space and length and clarity. Now when I come down, I'm gonna widen it and feel underneath the arms, underneath into the armpits, down the sides of the body, all the way down to the feet. Pressing into the toes. One more, and pause. And feel the shoulders, now roll them. And just release anything else you're holding here. Opening up through the shoulders. Good. And then when you're ready, you reverse your circle. And roll it around. Nice. Roll it forward, but don't go too far. Hands right around where the knees are and just let it hang. Stretch out through the spine. Shake it up. Come a little lower. Go as low as you can go. If you can touch the floor, great. If you can't comfortably touch the floor, use your block. Bend your knees, roll it up. When you come to about your knees, sweep your hands, inhale, lift up. So we're gonna clear the heavens and clear the earth. I'm gonna start high. What are the things that keep my head heavy? Bring the breath with you. Create space around your body. Move energy. Feel warmer. You may get a burst of heat here. Breathe. Now, when I come up higher, if I want, I can make it be deeper. My heels are in, my toes are out. I can bring it as low as I want it to go. Opening into maybe a gentle squat. If this doesn't work for you, you don't do it. And clear and feel lighter. And one more up and one more down. And when I come down, I'm just gonna let my hands rest right on the legs and stretch it out. Good. Head's an extension of the spine. And I rock it out here. Come to neutral, let myself hang forward. I can use my block or not, and roll it up. When I roll it up, I bring my hands right to the hip creases and I roll around. And I breathe. Now, when I'm breathing here, are you aware of where your feet are in space? This is rhetorical, there's no response. You just have to feel. I want you to really roll around and see if you can feel your joints. And then pause and reverse your circle. Feel the calves, feel the thighs, feel the knees, the ankles, the feet. Feel that you're moving, but you're in balance. And then pause and then just shift from side to side. Good, arms out, maybe a little wider. Sink the shoulders down. Down knees, come over the toes, shoulders down, breathe. Nice and tall, don't lean, good, nice. Now, when you're ready, you can rock the shoulders out, bringing out the washcloth, and breathe. This could be enough. If you want more, you can bend the elbows, bring them back and forth. Feel the breath. Good, pause and come right back to neutral. Make it as big as you can. Now pause here, gentle with the legs, and just keep the legs grounded, but move the upper body. Your belly is engaged, so watch. It's not this. Your legs are still. You're isolating into the waistband. Your gaze is soft. You're not going to go far. If you want to take up belly dancing, this is great. And you breathe. Good, pause. Left hand, my right knee bends. Left hand, I come as low as I can go to the right. And then I switch. If I can't comfortably reach, can I use my block at any height? Yes. And I just rock it out. And one more on each side. And then come back up. And adjust your stance and stand hip distance and see how you feel. Breathe. Inhale, lift up. Inhale, so we come right into our temple fingers. And breathe, stretch it up. And then soften. And side to side. So create some space around your head. Now, when you come back to the right side, release that right arm, move the hip, look under the left. Activating a little more deeply into the side-to-side movement of the spine. Let your fingers touch your legs. See how far it is on each side. See if it's the same. Good, pause. Gentle back bend, forward fold. You don't have to go to the floor. Inhale, gentle back bend, forward fold, forward and back. Keep your eyes open. One more. When I bring it up, remember, I sink the shoulders, I rotate through the waist. I'm not leaning, I'm floating down. My gaze is to the floor, I inhale, I look up, I rotate, and I float. Breathe in. Don't move your head, so it's not this. So you're here, sink the shoulders, your gaze is soft, and soften the jaw. And up, and down, and a couple more. One more on each side. And then we're going to put it all together. So inhale, gentle back bend, forward fold. Sink like you're going to sit in a chair, scoop up, big breath. Open up the arms, rotate. Inhale, lift, and release. Inhale, gentle back bend, forward fold. Scoop it up. Right arm down, left arm over, opposite side. Gentle back bend, forward fold. Scoop it up. Open up the arms to the right, to the left. Gentle back bend, forward fold. Scoop it up. Last set. To the right, to the left. Both arms, gentle back bend, just hang it out. Take a breath. We're going to use this transition back down onto the mat. So come down onto your hands and knees. And pick your child's pose. You want to use your block, you can. You want to put one hand into the other. You want to do one potato, two potato. You want to prop your hands into your head into your hands. You want to extend it out. You pick. Good. Now slide your hands back to frame the face. I'm going to leave my right arm forward just a little bit. So when you bring yourself up, take your time, bring yourself up. Slide the right arm forward, left arm a little back. Now I'm going to take that left arm and I'm going to slide it through and then just extend it straight out to the side and just open up. And just move here. Good. And then switch to the other side. And slide. And straight out. And just gently moving. One more. Now this is going to prep us for threading the needle. So if you are tight shoulders and hips and you have a hard time going down, bring your block, right arm extends, I slide my left arm. I can leave it propped or I can slide all the way through and let my head rest on the block. I can bring it all the way to the floor if I choose. And I breathe, soften the arm, make that shoulder hip connection. Relax the jaw, soften into the side of the head. Release through the ears. Feel the feet and the hands, crown of the head. Extend, that extended arm slides back. I slowly transition up. You don't have to move. I'm going to extend the left arm. Again, I decide what side works best for me, whether I keep it propped or not. I can leave the arm down, I can extend it long, I just open up. Let it sink. Again, feel this side in comparison to the other, notice how it feels. Good, slide the hand back to frame the face and I slowly come back up. I'm just going to transition here. So I'm going to slide my legs to one side. I'm going to bring my feet so that my knees are up. I'm going to take my block with me. And just rest on my back body. Now I'm going to let my hands rest right at the hips and I'm just going to rock the hips a little bit. See how they feel. Pause, take your block. I'm going to slide it right underneath the tailbone as I go into my supported bridge pose. Lift and sink the shoulders and roll the palms down and take a breath. So bridge pose is all about connections. So feel your hands, your feet, and your head. Front and back body. Feel the spine. How do you feel? What can you release? How do you interact with yourself, your family, your friends, the world? I'm going to take my left leg, because I'm facing that side, and I'm just going to extend that leg so right in line with the knee, and I'm just going to extend it straight up. And I want to be tall and strong and balanced. And then I'm going to bend the knee and bring it in and extend it straight out. And in and out and in and out. Release that down. Switch to the other side and extend that leg straight out, right in line. Take a breath. So you have to really work on focusing through the center core of the body so you don't lean to the right or to the left. Inhale, leg in, extend it out. And in, and out, and in, and out. Excuse me, and out. And then bring that down. See how that feels. Bring the knee in, but this time kick it straight up. Take a breath. Feel that all the way down the back of the hamstrings. It's going to come right into the hip and to the buttock. Big stretch. If your legs are tight, soften the knee. Take a breath. Cross the leg over and just rest it here. Now I'm going to take my left leg is crossed over. I'm going to take my hand and just rest it and gently release through the hip flexor. And I'm going to just gently pulse it. If it's uncomfortable, doesn't work for me, I don't do it. And then release that and switch to the other side. And I find that place where I'm balanced. I'm moving, but I'm balanced. And I open up into the opposite hip, gently pulsing. Ankle is off the thigh, no pressure on the joint. Good. Release that. Hold the block. Bring the knees into the chest. Feet up into your supported shoulder stand. Now point and flex your feet. Get this as a benefit of an inversion. Breathe. Point one foot, flex the other. Excuse me. Good. Now we're going to pedal like we're riding a bike. And then reverse. Stretch the legs straight as you can. And then release and just let them soften. Little tiny circle here. Now you're on a block, so you're not going to go far and you're not going to go fast. And then reverse. If this doesn't work for you, you don't do it. Good. Release. I'm going to release my left leg to the mat so my foot is grounding. Right leg's going to come straight out and I'm going to hover it. Big stretch here. I can point the toes and flex. And then bring that in. And I switch to the other side and I extend it straight out from the hip. And I hover it just above the mat. Take a breath. And then I point and flex. Don't lock the knees. Good. Bring that in. Take a pause. Inhale. Lift the arms straight up to the ceiling. Sink the shoulder heads. Take your index and middle and thumb and pull out. And open up the arms right across the shoulders and breathe. And then inhale, pull it up. So imagine this is the mudra for peace. So you want to pull that sensation of peace. Head, throat, eyes, heart, belly, body, spirit are peaceful, peace-filled. Soften the shoulders. Bring it up, gather more. And inhale, pull out peace, and open up through the shoulders, take a breath. Now when your hands rest right on the mat, you're going to just extend them right from the shoulders. Now palm up and down and roll through the shoulders. Good. Palms down, take a breath. Palms up, take a breath. See the difference? Slide your arms back to the block. Hold the block. I'm going to press into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Slide the block out. Stay up. I'm going to let my hands rest right on the ribs, the belly, the hips, whatever's comfortable. Take a breath. Inhale, maybe go a little higher. Soften the shoulders down, and then roll from the shoulder blades on the exhale. Top of the spine all the way down, slowly and gently releasing through the length of the spine. And then just pause. Don't move, just hold it for a breath. Let the spine catch up. Slide your hands underneath your head. And now we lift up the upper body and I just work out some space in between the shoulder blades and the thoracic spine. Pause. Elbows in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Now there's no pulling the neck here. So I'm just going to rock my hips a little bit. I'm going to lift and tuck that lumbar spine so I'm supporting my back, elbows up, and I'm just going to roll, but I'm not going far. And then I exhale and open it out. Elbows in, lift a little bit. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. And then open it out. Rock your legs just a little bit. Good. Bring the right knee in, give it a hug. Stretch the leg all the way up, big stretch. Don't lock the knees, point and flex the foot, roll it around at the ankles. Reverse your circle. Good, bring it down, opposite side. And stretch it up. And point and flex. Good, cross it over. I forgot to do the opposite side. So we'll just do it here. So just roll into your pigeon, your rocking pigeon. And then opposite side, take a breath with you as you move. Don't hold the breath. See how you feel. Good. Gently come right up into your happy baby, gentle. So there are variations of happy baby. This is gentle. You can open up your legs and wide, and you can bring your knees in as much as you can. You can hold the inside of your legs, but the problem is you don't want to lift up. You want to keep the shoulders down. You can do the outside of the feet. You could hook into yoga toe lock, but let's make it a gentle version. Good. Release the legs, soles of the feet together. Rock your legs as big as you want. I'm just letting my hands rest right on the ribs, and I'm rocking gently from side to side, keeping my shoulders on the floor, heads neutral. And then pause and go into your full body stretch. Take a breath. Now we're quickly coming into our Shavasana. So if you need to roll around a little bit, if you need to bring your feet and do some windshield wipers, if you need to bring your legs in, do some twists. If you need another full body stretch, you decide what you need. And then once you're ready, that's when you land. So you bring your socks, your jacket, if you brought a prop for underneath your head. You find a place where you're comfortable and you can begin to settle. And when you land, however you've decided to land, remember you can extend your legs long, you can bring your knees up to standing, you can roll onto your side body. Give yourself a breath, 2 breaths, 3 breaths to settle. To settle into the space that you've created for yourself today. Soften anything else that needs attention. Give yourself feedback. How do I feel now in relationship to how I felt when I started? Where am I warmer? Where have I engaged in some sensations that I was not aware of before? How do I feel? Head to feet. And as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, let go of any busyness that occurs in the mind and let yourself come to stillness. Still the busyness. Relax the heart. You did the work, so now we rest. So Shavasana is the most important part of the practice because it allows all the parts that we did to land, to meld into the body, to create a sense of completion, connection, alignment. I'm breathing in, take a breath, and I'm breathing out. My mind is calm and relaxed, but reflective. I'm breathing into the space that I've created to think a new thought, to move into clarity and creativity and possibility. I use my breath to create a sense of connection as a little form of movement through meditation by breathing in and breathing out. I am relaxed and I am at ease. My heart rate is slowing down and my blood pressure has dropped and I'm warm and I'm comfortable and I'm balanced and I am at ease in this place where I'm resting. For the next few moments, there's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. So I give myself permission to be present in the relaxation of the practice. I feel my hands and my feet and the crown of my head. I notice how I'm resting on the mat and I feel all the spots where I make contact, but I am also aware of all the spaces behind the ankles, back of the knees, curve of the spine, under the arms, back of the neck, under the hands, anywhere. And as I release into this space where I allow my body to assimilate the parts of the practice that connect to my mind, my heart, my body, and my spirit, I allow myself to be whole, W-H-O-L-E. As I breathe in and I breathe out now, I focus on the space around my heart. I allow myself to unwind anything else that needs attention. And as I rest right here and I bring myself to this place of calmness in a strong and flexible body, that is calm and relaxed, and a breath that is gently moving in and moving out. I settle a little more deeply into the space. And as I settle, I listen. What do I need to know? And as I breathe in and I breathe out right here, I begin to deepen my breath. And I feel the air moving in and out gently, without an effort. I feel the rise and the fall of the ribs, the chest, belly. And then when I'm ready, I go into my full body stretch and I stretch myself out, the full length of me. As I breathe in and I breathe out, I sigh, I yawn, I stretch, I breathe. And then when you're ready, you bring your knees into your chest and just rock it out a little bit. And bring your feet up to the sky and just get a little inversion and rock it out here. And then when you're ready, shake out your arms and your legs and bring yourself back to awareness. So you shake and shake and shake, because I need you to be a little more awake now, please, before you get in your car. And then go into your full body stretch again and see how you feel. And give yourself a compliment. Today I am magnificent, terrific, fantastic, great. Fill yourself up. And then when you're ready, that's when you bring your knees in, roll to whatever side calls to you, rest there before you transition up. So take your time. And when you bring yourself back up into a tall, seated position, whatever that is for you, feel how you are, tall, open, relaxed, strong, flexible, and then stir the pot. And invite yourself to feel even better as you move through the rest of this day. Remember, the practice is not just on the mat, it's what you do when you get off the mat and how you carry it through the rest of your day and your week. And when you're ready, you pause and you go the other way. And you smile, soften your face, and feel good. You made the choice to participate in the practice to help you feel better. And then twist to one side, and twist to the other side. And one arm down and one arm over, and the opposite side. And then let your hands just rest and gather everything you need, whether you can identify it or not. And allow yourself to be a magnet of positivity, healing, forgiveness, kindness, compassion, love, generosity, whatever else, fill it up, courage, confidence, patience. And then when you bring your fingers all the way up, and if you can just for a few breaths, feel like you're this three-dimensional triangle. And then you bring your hands together and you make that connection so that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you can always find your way home within yourself. And that is enough. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Feel great. Please drink water, eat some protein. If you're tired, take a rest. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure, as always.